Welcome to Driveway Garage. Today I'm working on a 2003 GMC Envoy. Has a few issues. One is a misfire, and it's random and it doesn't tell me what cylinder it's on, but I did figure it out. I'm going to show you how I figured it out. It also has a service airbag light on, which I'm trying to figure that out. I'll do a separate video on that. What I did to find it, fix it, hopefully. Let me turn this. So this is the Envoy, and it's got the 4.2 liter inline six. I saw this on another video, several videos actually. You get a misfire, and a lot of times it's the number 4 cylinder. So you've got number 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is number 4, and what happens is when it rains, water runs off the hood and stuff down into here, and then it runs right onto this number 4 cylinder. Even though you've got an air box sitting on top of there, this is the air box that sits there, you would think that would protect it, but evidently it doesn't. And I saw a few videos where the hole under there where the spark plug is actually filled up with water. So I watched a video where a guy loosened up all the coils, and then he just went along here and picked the coil up. Well, let's do this one. This one's stuck underneath this wiring harness trim, but you can get it out pretty easy. But he just went along and picked up on the coil like that, and you could hear it sparking, the snapping, crackling sound. But when I got back to number 4, it didn't make any sound. I just picked it up and down, nothing. So what I ended up doing was switching coils from 4 to 2, and same thing, 4 worked then, number 2 wouldn't work. And to get them out, you loosen up this 10 millimeter bolt, and then the coil pack will just come out. Now to unhook it from the harness, you just push on this clip right here, push it down, wiggle it, and it comes right out. Now this is my bad coil, and I watched one guy checked it with an ohm meter to the third. There's 3 prongs in here, and he hooked it up to the one on the right and held it against the metal base here, and it had a connection. It was had resistance, so it wasn't an open short there. But when you lift this up and down, it just doesn't change the engine at all, and there's no, you can hear this little click 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 sound, and that's not doing it. So I ordered a new coil off of Amazon. Now you can get them, they're about $50-$60 each, but I saw with this place that you could get one for, I think it was $24, or you could get a 6-pack of coils for like $68 or $78, which I was tempted to do. And you can see that coil there, that white one, that's the one that used to be in the number 2 cylinder, has been replaced. So obviously they've had problems in the past. It's got brand new spark plugs. The guy I just bought it from told me that I said something about the spark plugs, and he said, well, I just put new ones in. But he kept saying, I'm not a mechanic. Well, he didn't know how to diagnose, so I found out this coil's bad. Now what I'm going to do is start it real quick, and hopefully you can hear the clicking sound and you'll know what I'm talking about. So give me just a sec. Well, it'll be instant for you guys. So the vehicle, when I bought it yesterday, it wasn't running that smooth, and when you drove it on the highway, the check engine light would come on and flash, and you could just tell it was running rough. So this is the bad cylinder. Hopefully you can tell. See? Nothing. Doesn't change the motor. This is a good cylinder. Come on. Hear that noise? That's the spark plug popping. So this one, nothing. And since I switched the coils, and the noise or the lack of firing changed with the coil. I know it's a bad coil, not a bad spark plug. So that's how I diagnosed that. I'm sure there's other ways, but this is just kind of a quick way. And it seems like normally that number 4 cylinder is the one that goes bad, and because of rain. And I watched one guy, he took and put silicone caulk in my hand where you can see it. He put a bead of caulk all the way across there, and that kept the moisture from going down into that cylinder. Because if it falls over here, it's all right, and if it falls over there, it's okay. But you just don't want it going onto that cylinder because it ruins them. And it will, in some cases. There's a rubber boot on the back of this, right there. And if it gets cracks in it, it lets that water go all the way down in there, and it'll fill that full and short out your spark plug that way. And then it's off the topic, but underneath the valve cover, our intake, what is that? Valve cover, I guess. There's gaskets, and if they go bad, then your spark plug holes can fill full of oil. So anyway, that's how I diagnosed it. I ordered the coil from Amazon, had really good reviews, so I'll pop that in there in a couple days when it gets here. And now I'm going to go on the search for the service airbag light. Now I'll make another video on that one. Thanks for watching. If you have a similar problem, especially with this 4.2 inline 6, probably the culprit is going to be your number 4 cylinder, so check that first. But make sure your spark plugs are good. And another thing you can do is take the coil out, put the spark plug in the coil, and then ground the end of the spark plug to something metallic with the wire alligator clips, and you should be able to see spark coming out of the spark plug. That's another method to test. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you liked it, if it helped you, feel free to subscribe, like it, share it, so I can get up to 1 million subscribers, because, you know, I only have like 999,700 to go, but we're on our way. Anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate it.